Hey, this is Shragrath from Chrome Division.
And I'm Eddie Shagrath, and you are watching Heavymetal.dk.
It's been fun.
Yeah, we had really
Too
good
much
time.
fun.
Too much fun.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're 16 people on the bus and 3 bands, but everyone gets along really well, and most of the shows has been.
No drama. We
No
had
drama,
no
yeah.
drama. We had a good run. Yeah.
A few of the shows was not sold out, but still, you know, it's been super fun and
Yeah.
good times. And this idea started in my head back in '99 actually, when we were after Dimmu Borgir was finishing rehearsals. Me and another guy used to just jam some riffs and stuff, which we taped in the rehearsal room. And ever since that time, it's kind of been back on my mind that I wanted to do something more rock and roll-ish type of stuff, which I'm very much into since I was very young, you know, growing up with bands like Kiss and stuff like that. So, and I thought that there is a lot of good rock bands out there, but for me personally, it was too many bands with tuned in standard E with a lot of too much boogie for my taste. So I was. Had this idea of creating something a bit more not extreme but more dark and dirty than many of the other rock bands that was around, and the closest thing I could find at that time was Black Label Society kind of type of thing. So I remember we did a long US tour, Ozfest tour with Dimmu Borgir, and after it was done with that, we're gonna have a break anyway. And then I approached first previous bass player Björn Luna, so we kind of started building the ideas together and jamming and stuff like that, and then it started with this song called Chrome Division. And after also listening to the debut album of the Carburetors, Pain is Temporary, Glory is Forever. Really great album. I was so hooked on that album for such a long time while driving the car. I was like, oh, we need a singer with that type of approach, you know, with the kind of bulldog attitude, and we kind of, I would say, we clicked pretty fast. So we gave him that song, and then he kind of developed his stuff into it, and then it all kind of bloomed from there, you know.
Yeah, and very, very quickly. I think we had, after 2 weeks, we had 3 songs. And I was like, whoa, this is going fast. So we had just a musical connection right away, of how we wanted it to sound. So yeah, it was really cool. The whole beginning of the project was really, really fascinating how fast we developed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and also the idea to kind of get away from daily routines, meet up like once a week and have fun, have a good time, and from there it kind of developed into a lot of kind of jam sessions, which we recorded and put the songs together. So, and this is rock and roll, so it's much more primitive way of. I like that spontaneous way of creating, not analyzing the songs too much. If you like it, then we go for it.
Yeah.
So therefore it's been song after song after song, and you know, it's. This band is built on friendship and having a good time. It was never the idea of becoming big or making money or anything like that. But it's all about having a good time with good friends, you know, which we still do. So.
We have something going. We have something good. Life is always easy. We did the best we could.
This was actually material that we had been lying around for a couple of years, because as I said, we used to meet up every Tuesday to rehearse, and then it ended up with almost 2.5 hours of music in total. But then it kind of, the lineup we had when Shady Blue was singing and all that stuff, it kind of, you know, we were all so busy and it was getting harder and harder to meet up for that one weekday, you know. We have other priorities in life, so it kind of was just lying around for quite some time. And yeah, I think we were just kind of focusing on different stuff, and there was a while we were not too eager to do anything at all. And my focus has been also working with Dimmu Borgir, making the album and touring and stuff. So then I called Mr. Damage, the other solo guitar player, and we decided to, okay, I mean, we have 2.5 hours of music, you know, we should at least, it shouldn't be wasted, you know, it's a lot of good material. And from there we kind of started to glue the songs together, and some of the songs was intended to, Shady Blue was supposed to sing, but then it kind of faded out in a way. And we had an idea actually to, I remember in the rehearsal room, to have Shady Blue and Eddie Gus doing a song, the vocals together, like one verse each. And we had the song, and Eddie came down to rehearsal, and after like 2 hours we had the lyrics ready already. So and that kind of put the spark on for the rest of us to like, you know, work, and he gets stuff done, so so that's really cool. And then yeah, we kind of took it from there.
Yeah. And when I got a phone call and we went out for a couple of beers, and he told me, I was thinking about making the last album, and I said, oh, it'd be so cool if I could sing one song on the last album. And after a few weeks, I got another phone call, and how would you like to do the whole album? And I said, of course, sure. I would love to do the last album of Chrome Division. And we already had worked on some songs, as he was talking about, the one I was going to do together with Shady. And they sent me some more of the material he and Damage were working on. And I'm a very spontaneous guy. When I hear a song, I get an idea and I run with it. And yeah, I think it went pretty fast from there until we were ready to go start the recording process.
Well, I make the foundation of most of the songs we have done, but of course Mr. Damage also helps to add riffs, and actually on this new album he has some whole songs, I have some whole songs, and also a mix of different songs we have made together. Yeah.
And I write the lyrics.
Yeah, he wrote the lyrics.
So for any fuck-ups, I'm the guy to blame.
I think it kind of came to mind when actually a couple of years ago, when I figured out that it was really hard to just find 3 hours in a week to meet up, you know. After a while you start to figure out, like, is there any point putting in any more time into this? Yeah, and it's just that we have other priorities, you know, other bands and families, kids and stuff to do, so it has taken away a little bit of the focus, I guess. So it felt good to, it's like almost like a circle, you know. 5 albums. It was supposed to be one song.
Yeah, that was supposed to be
in the first place, and it ended up being 5 albums in total.
And when I started writing the lyrics for this album, I wanted them to represent, I don't know if I managed to do that, but that was my idea, to represent the whole history of the Chrome Division, also celebrating everything we've done together. And I wanted it to have not a sad angle to it, but a memorial angle to it. We had a really good time. Yeah, here it is. So yeah.
That's kind of the concept for this.
Yeah.
It's One Last Ride.
Celebration, in many words.
And that was the first gig we did on this tour, was you know, meeting up with all the ex-members for Chrome Division, and they all entered the stage and joined a few songs, and that was really, it was a special moment for all of us, you know.
Feels alright. Got not all that I need to hide.
Oh, that's the funny thing, because when you have a really good musical connection with somebody, as we have, it was like, hey, listen to this, and I was like, maybe I should do like this, and he was like, yeah, let's do that, and we were back. There was no more drama or fantastic stuff to tell you about that. It was like, listen to this. I think
and it felt really natural
Yeah.
too. And of course, in these years we stayed in touch, and we meet up in Oslo, have a beer, and you know, so it felt totally natural.
Yeah.
Again.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tonight it all feels alright. It's time for one last ride.
I mean, it's very important to state that this is two different worlds, and there is still some people that don't understand what I do, and all respect for that. But for me, it's just I separate these things, you know. I really enjoy both, and you know, I'm an artist, so I still create like on a weekly basis. I still do sketches of rock, metal, black metal in my studio. So I mean, but in some point, when this touring cycle is over, of course, I'm sure I'm gonna miss the brotherhood of meeting up every Tuesday night or something, you know, all that stuff. But I keep myself busy, you know, and of course, Dimmu Borgir will always be my main priority, of course. But I'm quite open-minded musically. I like different styles of music, and I don't limit myself to one category, you know, so to speak. So, yeah.
Getting all the guys together on one stage
Yeah, that's a
at the same time.
that's a big achievement, of course. A special moment for me, I think, was when I got the box set from Nuclear Blast in USA. When you have the carton box with all the 5 albums in it, then you start to think somehow, you know.
Yeah.
Because it just started as a little seed and has grown into a big tree, so to speak, you know. So that was kind of, when I opened that box, it's like, yeah, 5 albums in one box. When you hold that box, that's kind of a special moment, you know. Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? I think that the biggest achievement is that we are able to have fun while we do what we love. And I can tell you now, this is day 10 on the tour, and we're still having fun, and that's a good thing. So I think that's achievement in itself, just to have fun with what you do. I have met so many bands that get tired and sick of what they do, so I'm just happy that we can still have a smile and a beer, and yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah.
And also we're using 2 session members on this tour, which neither of us known from before.
And we worked with them.
And it worked out so well, you know. We get along really well and have maybe a little bit too much partying, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, especially the first days.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
But we're still alive, and
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
still smiling, and yeah, good times.
We sure made some good friends. Lots of women along the way. That's the way it goes.
Oh, I think that's going to be a boring answer for your question, but you know, because for us it's just the coolest thing to sit down and have a glass of beer and wine after the show, talking about stuff, talking about life. Come on, we are 16 guys on a bus. Yeah, it's not like we're 20 years old anymore. It's so.
I think it was the second day you were climbing the roof inside the tour bus,
I wasn't
Queen or something. And now it's just crazy partying.
You just ruined my facade there. Of course we have parties, yeah. Now we had a good night. The second night was a good party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, climbing the roof of the bus is it's possible. It's hard, but it's possible.
Only two friends face. This was our story.
Go home and take a shower, at least.
I think most of us are going back to our home bands. But you guys have a full stack in front of you.
Yeah, I'm have a really busy year with planning Dimmu Borgir, but and of course family time with my kids and stuff. So yeah, get some rest.
Personally, I go back finishing recording the next album with my band. So I think it's pretty much when the tour is over for this time, we're all gonna go our separate ways, but we're gonna get back together in September to do the last run.
The second part of the tour.
Yeah.
The last ride.
Last
run.
I can ensure it will be a massive and atmospheric show for sure. It's still in the planning stuff, and it's going to be a stretch version from the festivals we did the previous year. But Dimmu Borgir fans will not be disappointed. I think it's we have good things in planning.
Thank you so much for listening to Chrome Division, and stay rock and roll and have fun.